Would throw here, stands back near his own end zone, fires it out, and Gorkuber's got it. He's out past the 30, 40, midfield, down to the 40. He could go all the way. Oh my goodness! So he must have had Ellie Meyer the previous one. So Abby Haig tournament. Now here is a pitch. Snidey gets it. He'll go down in the backfield. Oh. So Francisco Rodriguez will take the corner kick, bending it in, a header and a goal! Well, chances for the team taking the corner. This one is bent in, a header, and it's off the goal post and in! And the Cardinals. Now a play in the middle, again pushed over. Monticello getting a little tentative here. Schlichting will push it. Here comes St. Cloud getting behind the defense here. Longnecker trying to make the shot. Lewis is battling Recklin Ellingson, and here's a shot. Outlet ahead. Gavin Roderick on the front time. Now we've got a runner. That doesn't go. Brown with the defensive rebound. Outlet back, a 2-on-1. Nice dish from it. Up the right side. He's got room. Takes the shot. Save made. Rebound. Hoops coverage tonight originates from Bowling Court on the campus of Alexandria Area High School as the Lady Cards play their first home game in nearly a month. Alexandria meets Section 8 Class 4A rival Bemidji. This will be a future Central Lakes Conference matchup as Bemidji is now in its last school year as an independent. But when the Cardinals and the Lumberjacks get together in years ahead, they will do so as members of the Central Lakes Conference. Alexandria comes in at 10-4 on the year. Bemidji with a very similar record of 9-6. And the Lumberjacks are coming off one of their more enjoyable wins of the year, a 5-point 57-52 triumph over the Central Lakes Conference leading Brainerd Warriors Tuesday night. Now Bemidji makes the road trip as Alexandria and the Jacks play each other for the only meeting during the regular season. They are common opponents in Class 4A, Section 8. We anticipate tonight's game getting underway right on time at 7:15. We welcome you to our Juettner Motors pregame show, leading you up to the play-by-play as we feature it on our latent media platforms, including the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube and also on People Radio KXRA. We've got Jackson as our KXRA radio studio engineer, JP Boleen as our videographer tonight, and joining me, Dave McClurg, for the commentary is my basketball broadcast partner, Russ Henricks. And Russ, I know you've gotten quite familiar with being in the Gymnasium this week. I think as a spectator or observer or commentator, this will be the third night out of the last four you've been in this Gymnasium, but it's going to be fun to see Alexandria match up against their future Central Lakes Conference rival, but a very important game here in this particular month of January.
Absolutely, D-Mac. Great to be here. And yeah, you know, in the winter months, January, February, as I said, there's no place I'd rather be than in the gym and on a cold night. And so, yeah, tonight is a big game. I'm excited. I haven't seen the Cardinals play here since before the new year, right around Christmas there when we were here for their game against Monticello. I missed the Orono Saturday game that you guys did. So this is a big game section-wise for the Cardinals. I was mentioning to JP before you got up here when you were doing your interview, you know, this very easily could be a 4-5 type matchup or seeding, you know, as we get closer here down to come playoff time. And so the winner of tonight, you know, it's huge. You want to be able to host, obviously, as many playoff games as you can, because in 4A basketball, I think it's high seed. So there's a lot on the line tonight, and, you know, a lot on the line for the Cardinal girls over the next couple of days with the other game on Saturday against another section team, Elk River.
Yeah, it's interesting because for the Lady Cards, they don't have any Central Lakes Conference games on the schedule this week. They'll get back into the CLC action coming up next week, including a game that we'll have down at Wilmer on Friday, January 23rd. But really important matchups, not only Bemidji coming in tonight, but Elk River on Saturday. And ironically, Bemidji and Elk River played each other, I believe, back in December, and the Lumberjacks did not win that game, but it was like 48-44. So considering Elk River is something like 12-2 or 13-2 and ranked 9th in Class 4A, I get the feeling Bemidji's going to come in and be very fired up to play Alexandria.
Absolutely. You know, these teams used to be section rivals, and then Bemidji went up, and we kind of stayed at 3A, and now we're back in the same section again, the same class, I should say. So, yeah, they're section rivals again, along with, as you said, conference rivals starting next year. And really, it's hard to believe because it feels like we just started with that, you know, Friday night game down in Sartell. But really now it's a 5-week sprint here to the end of the regular season before the playoffs come, and it's going to be here before you know it. And so, you know, we're getting down to that time here where the girls have played almost half of their regular season schedule. So tonight's a big game for sure.
That's right. For Bemidji, it's game number 16 out of a 26-game full schedule. And for the Alexandria Cardinals, it is game number 15 of the full 26-game regular season schedule. By and large, both of these teams have caught up with some of their weather-related postponements from earlier in the year. I know Alexandria was to play a November game or early December game against St. Michael Albertville, and that will be coming up down in St. Michael a little bit later here in the month of January. But tonight, Alexandria hosts the Bemidji Lumberjacks. If you see a swelled crowd, especially of younger folks in the East Bleachers here at Alexandria Area High School, if you're watching on YouTube tonight, Youth Night is being celebrated here at Alexandria Area High School. So a lot of young basketball players from the elementary age, those that get involved in the Alexandria Girls Basketball Summer Program, they're in attendance tonight. And, you know, Russ, I think in a lot of different sports you have Youth Night being celebrated. I know several different teams do that fall, winter, and spring. And as I pointed out when I had my Cardinal Sports Report on last hour, a lot of young energy will be in the gymnasium tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important, you know, and our coaches do such a good job of working with our youth programs and going down there to the younger levels, because that is your next group. That is your future generation of athletes. And if you want to have a strong program as a high school coach, you really need to do everything you can to encourage the youth. And I know in football we always have a youth night, and we encourage those kids to come, and it's so much fun. And I can't tell you how many times over the years, you know, I can remember my two boys when they were that age, and they'd go to the game and they'd get to stand down there on the field, or they'd get to come to the gym and get autographs. And you know, it happens so fast, and it is great to see all these young future Cardinal girls basketball players in the gym tonight.
The Alexandria girls basketball varsity team is taking the floor for pregame warm-ups. The Bemidji Lumberjacks players are also on the court getting ready for their warm-ups. So that means we're just over 20 minutes away from game time. I do want to let you know that as you're listening on the radio, you are tuned in to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app. We appreciate you watching our coverage tonight as we've got the live video partnered with the KXRA play-by-play on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. A big thank you to our friends at Integrity Title in Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of Alexandria Varsity Sports play-by-play fall, winter, and spring in the 2025-26 academic year. We're going to take our first break here during our Juettner Motors pregame show. Our next segment will be our Alamere Health Coaches Comments conversation, as I'll get together and visit with Matt Helscher, the head coach of the Alexandria Lady Cardinals. But right now on our Leighton Media platforms, we enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building. Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Welcome back to more of our Juettner Motors pregame show here on KXRA Radio, and also available on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. It's youth basketball night at Alexandria Area High School as the Cardinal girls host the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Joining me right now is the head coach of the Lady Cards, Matt Helscher. Our pregame coach's comments are brought to you by Alamere Health. Matt, this turns out to be the first game of the week of what will be two on the schedule. You didn't have to play on Monday or Tuesday night for that matter. How good has it been to be in the gymnasium the last couple of days to, get some quality practice time with the ladies?
Well, it's been good. It feels good to be home, too. We've been road warriors for a long time, so getting a home game, not only one, but two this week, I know the girls are excited. The 3 days of practice was much needed, trying to fine-tune a few things here and there on both offense and defense. So we had really great energy, too. It's kind of some of the best energy practices we've had, back-to-back all season. So, again, great. Sometimes you just got to sit back, unwind, and then work on the little things, and we got a chance to do that.
I know that your team was on the road, I believe, 6 consecutive games from December 20th up until now, and it was like Murderer's Row as you were playing the likes of Maple Grove, Minnetonka, Orono. You had New Ulm on the schedule as part of the Granite City Classic, worked in there. But did you learn a few things about your team going through that pretty rugged 6-game stretch?
Yeah, most definitely. We found some things that we definitely have to work on, kind of some chinks in our armor. But then we found some things that we're, excelling at, and we're just continuing building off of that. We're finally healthy. We got everybody back. Lauren Byer has no more restrictions. Scotty is back. So, we're excited to see this team grow together and kind of get more of a feel of what our team identity is going to be, on both offense and defense. So, playing teams like Minnetonka, Maple Grove, Orono, there were stretches there where we played really, really good basketball. And we just got to try to maintain that consistently, game in and game out, and try to eliminate those runs that good teams are going to make on us.
I know included in that series of road games was the trip to Brainerd on the first Tuesday of the new year. And I think I recall from the summary that you provided for me and our listeners is that both teams really did a lot of good things executing on offense, but obviously a 77-71 score in favor of Brainerd was not something you were anticipating ahead of time. But Brainerd comes into Alexandria later on in early February. Do you feel that when that second matchup against the Warriors takes place that things can go differently so that your team can come out on top on the scoreboard?
Yeah, Brainerd has a lot of size, and that was the first game that Scotland Brown came back off her foot injury, so we didn't really know exactly what we could get out of her. And we had some lineups in there, which is my fault, where we didn't have enough size to kind of match up with them. And learning as a coach, again, some of those, substitutions and how they're going to play, what we need to do differently. Definitely feel confident, but they have a lot of ways that they can beat you. Like I said, their size, but then they got girls that can shoot. So, if you overhelp on offense, there's girls that can get quick shots off. And defense was just one of the most disappointing things that day because we gave up a lot of wide open looks. And not just that, the scouting report, if we're going to try to make a girl go right or left or, we can't leave her open. We just had some miscues there, but I love playing teams, just to kind of see what they're like. And then, the second time we play them, we just make some adjustments and hopefully our adjustments are just a little bit better.
Our special guest right now is the head coach of the Lady Cards, Matt Helscher. Prior to tonight's home game at Alexandria Area High School, the Cardinals are hosting the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Before we talk about this head-to-head matchup, Matt, I know you shared with our audience that it is youth basketball night here at Alexandria Area High School. Even as we're putting together this interview ahead of the broadcast, a lot of young people are having the opportunity. I think we've got at halftime of both of the preliminary games, some elementary basketball games going on. But as a coach, is it a fun environment when you see future Cardinals coming into the gym as they are tonight?
Oh, it is. I mean, having those fourth graders come in, I think we had 19 of them, and they were excited, not being able to sit still. They're running all over the gym, and, the game's going on, and they're just running in front of benches and all that stuff, making sure they have water, making sure they're, dressed right, and just seeing them on the big court. Again, we have our varsity girls cheering for them. So, the whole idea of youth night is to spark interest, right? Get these girls here, have them watch a game. I remember growing up, you have your heroes that you watch, and I remember being at Jefferson High School and watching Andy Quist, Nick Height, Nate Holm, and Mike Seal, all those guys you kind of wanted to emulate growing up, and that's what we're hoping to do. The girls are here, they see the varsity, we have autographs and pictures afterwards, so the youth night is a fun night. It'll be much more enjoyable if we win when the girls are, taking pictures and whatever. So I told them, you're going to have to do autographs whether you want it or not. So let's go out there and get a win and do that. But again, just super excited. A lot of these girls are high-fiving me when they came. I haven't talked to them since the summer. So it's great to see them back in the gym. The numbers are good. So, AGB future looks pretty bright.
Regarding the Bemidji Lumberjacks, you and I were chatting a little bit before starting up the recording here. Bemidji's a really interesting team. They've had some, really competitive games. I think one of their signature wins of the year came 2 nights ago against Brainerd, beating the defending section champions by 5 up at Bemidji High School. But earlier in the year, they were defeated by almost 30 down at Fergus Falls, and yet they played Elk River, a state-ranked Class 4A team, to a 4-point game, I think, back in December. How much of a scouting report or intel do you have on this year's Bemidji team?
Well, quite a bit. I mean, basketball, we have everyone beating up on each other in our section, and, it's a game of matchups. And, they have some size, and they have some really big size down low, and we got to make sure that we don't just allow post-entry passes and let them do what they want in the post. But then they got size in the perimeter, girls that can shoot, get downhill, but then they can also post up. So, they're going to be looking for mismatches on the offensive end, and we have to make sure we communicate and, again, know the scouting report. Don't let them drive, get out on shooters. And then defensively, they're going to full court press. They have a couple guards that are just pester you all game. So we got to take care of the basketball, and they'll run some man and zone, and they're really good on the help side. So we got to, we want to attack, but also be able to cut on the backside and find girls open, and just keep moving the ball. We've been preaching with the girls. We got to get the ball moving. It can't stick, right? When we start holding on to it too long, and we start getting dribble happy, everything shuts down. So we got to rebound for sure, take care of the ball, and hopefully kind of maybe get into their bench. That's probably one of their weaknesses right now, is they don't have a lot of girls coming in, but they kind of been going through the injury bug too. So if they're healthy tonight, they're definitely a very good team, and we just got to, it's not going to be easy. I know that.
I would think if terms are being dictated by either side, Bemidji would be very happy to have this game be in the upper 40s to low 50s for a final score. I get the feeling that your team can win a game like that, but you'd like to have more possessions. Is that going to be the intent for the Lady Cards to, try to, push the tempo up a little bit, yet, maintain, control of the basketball and things like that?
Yeah, with their press, we think we have some opportunities to get out and transition, get easy baskets, and then hopefully pull them out of that. And we want to play fast, especially on the offensive end. Our offense starts as soon as we get a rebound or, they make it. And we want to push, and we want to, get some of those taller girls to run more. Hopefully, we can get girls like Kate Hennessy or Ellie Hummelvig or some of our other, quick, bigger girls, to outrun their opponent to get layups. So we would love it if we got in the 70s, and love it if we can hold them in the 40s. We want to make it ugly on defense, and it's not going to be an easy task. They cut hard, and like you said, sometimes we get confused on switching or not switching. So we really have to communicate on that defensive end. But yeah, we've shot enough here the last 3 days and worked on a lot of offense where I hope the basket's wide open for us.
Excellent. Matt, I will look forward to having you on as a post-game guest, being that your players are going to be involved in signing autographs and taking pictures after the game. But good luck to you and the Lady Cards, and as always, we appreciate your time.
All right, thanks, Dave.
There is Matt Helsher, the head coach of the Alexandria girls basketball team. Our special guest is part of our Coach's Comments feature, brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here.
And the Alamere Health Coach's Comments being brought to you as part of our Juettner Motors pregame show prior to the play-by-play as Alexandria and Bemidji match up the only meeting of the year during the regular season anyway between these two teams. Alexandria presently at 10-4 on the year, and the Bemidji Lumberjacks at 9-6. And it should be a fun matchup. I think some of those young ladies that are here to help celebrate Youth Night are in the stands right near us. We talk about the youthful energy, Russ. We're going to almost have it right on top of us here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we did that last year with the mini basketballs, and they're doing that again this year. So I think the over-under on how many go on the court is at 3.5. So
Okay.
We'll see. So you can take the over, you can take the under, whatever you like.
Yeah.
Pick the sports book nearest you. But, it should be exciting. I thought, Matt gave some really good info into his team there in that pregame chat, and just on kind of some of the things he expects and looking for. And, there's after listening to that, I know that the girls will be ready to play tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, we're looking forward to a terrific matchup, and it's coming up in just a few minutes. Alexandria versus Bemidji in varsity girls basketball. Our thanks to Juettner Motors for presenting our pregame show. Juettner Motors in Alexandria will be the presenting sponsor of our postgame report coming up after our play-by-play this evening from Polig Court on the Alexandria Area High School campus. We will return to Alexandria Area High School in just moments, but right now on our latent media platforms, including KXRA and the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube, we enjoy these messages from our boosters of Cardinals sports coverage.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria. Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
From Polig Court on the Alexandria Area High School campus, Alexandria varsity girls basketball is on the air. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube, where you can watch the play-by-play, partnered up with our KXRA audio. I am DMAC Dave McClurg. Russ Henricks is along with me for our broadcast. JP Bolin is on site as our videographer, and our thanks to all of the boosters of our Cardinal sports coverage helping to bring you tonight's play-by-play. Again, a nice audience on hand. I would say the age demographic has trended down tonight because it is Alexandria Girls Basketball Youth Night. A lot of elementary basketball players that get involved in the summer AGB program are in attendance tonight. And it should be a fun night and a good matchup between Alexandria at 10-4 on the year against the Bemidji Lumberjacks, who are presently at 9-6. We will do the lineup introductions coming up in just a few moments, and we'll hopefully drop in some keys to tonight's game. Our keys to the game feature driven by Alexandria Motors. Together, let's drive. But we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. We are just moments away from the presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner here at Alexandria Area High School, and we are honored to present that on our latent media platforms in conjunction with our play-by-play. The presentation of the national anthem is brought to you by Carlson Music Center in Alexandria. For any of your music needs, including the scheduling of voice lessons for students, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com, carlsonmusiccenter.com. Again, we extend our appreciation to Carlson Music Center for being the presenting sponsor of our national anthem. Tim Ernest is our public address announcer here at Alexandria Area High School tonight. He is presenting a few announcements to the fans in the stands this evening, and then we will have the national anthem. So we are just moments away from the play-by-play of varsity girls basketball. First home game for Alexandria in nearly a month as the Lady Cards host the Bemidji Lumberjacks. And the Bemidji Lumberjacks visit Alexandria. Last time that Bemidji will visit this gymnasium, at least during the regular season, as a non-conference opponent. Starting with the next school year, Bemidji becomes the 11th member school of the Central Lakes Conference. Now I believe we are just about set for the national anthem, and we'll let you enjoy that as well. Our thanks again to Carlson Music Center for bringing you our national anthem prior to the start of tonight's varsity girls basketball game. The lineup presentation brought to you as a service of Elamere Health. It's better here. First of all, for the visiting Bemidji Lumberjacks, the Jacks will have 3 seniors, a sophomore and a junior on the floor. In the backcourt, 5'1" senior Olivia Thompson. She'll be joined by 5'9" senior Alicia Pink and 5'9" sophomore Clara Sherwood. The front line has some size for Bemidji. Abby Damon is a 5'10" senior as one forward. Carly Lazella is a 6'2" junior, and she is the other forward/post player for Bemidji. Darren Schultz is the head coach of the Bemidji High School girls basketball team. The Lumberjacks entered tonight's game off a 5-point win at home against Brainerd and now stand at 9-6 on the year. Here's the Elamere Health starting lineup for the Alexandria Cardinals. They will have on the floor In the backcourt, 5'5" freshman Riley Byer. She'll be joined by 5'7" junior McKinley Helscher. And also in the backcourt, 5'7" junior Abby Eving. The front line will include Kate Hennessy, a 5'11" senior, and Scotland Brown, a 6-foot senior for Alexandria. Matt Helscher, a Jefferson High School of Alexandria graduate, is back coaching at his alma mater, succeeding the coaching legend Wendy Kohler. Coach Helscher coached for Osakis High School in boys basketball for 13 seasons before stepping aside back in the spring. It was not his intent on necessarily searching for another coaching job, but when Coach Kohler announced her retirement back in April, then Coach Helscher put his name into the running for being considered for the coaching vacancy, and he was hired by Activities Director Ben Kavit, and the hire was approved by the Alexandria District 206 School Board. So Matt Helscher, in his first year as varsity head coach at his alma mater, 10-4 on the year, including a 7-1 record in the Central Lakes Conference. Keys to tonight's game are being presented to you by Alexandria Motors. Together, let's drive with Alexandria Motors. For the Bemidji Lumberjacks, Coach Darren Schultz feels that his team's going to come in and play very scrappy. He wants his team to kind of have that energy that it showed in the home win over Brainerd on Tuesday night. He knows that Alexandria is going to come and put a lot of pressure on. He's well aware that Alexandria is as good, if not better, than the 10-4 record might indicate. He's done his homework and knows that the Cardinals have played a very difficult non-conference schedule. And as Matt Helscher pointed out, his team will need to cope with the size of Bemidji, and having a good transition game will be a factor, and obviously trying to hold your own on the glass will also be a factor. And I think it's up to his team to see if the Lady Cards can test Bemidji's depth here in tonight's game. He seems to feel, does Coach Helscher, that Bemidji is not extremely deep, especially with one player, Clara Bieber, out of the starting lineup. The opening tap goes to Bemidji, so as you watch on our YouTube channel, the Alexandria Cardinals will defend the basket to our right, so the Lady Cards will go right to left. We have a pass deflected out. Now Anicia Pink will look to drive, and she draws a foul, and that first foul comes 8 seconds into the game by Kate Hennessy. And Russ Hinrichs, I always feel that, with Kate, she is one that may use up a lot of fouls, but you don't want to see them used up early.
No, absolutely, and especially tonight when you talk about Bemidji having some good size, and they do, we need Kate to stay on the floor, and that just helps her get into rhythm.
Clara Sherwood is the one to take the first shot of the game, and she knocks down the triple, and Bemidji goes on top 3-0. Now here's McKinley Helscher getting the ball off to Riley Byer, and her shot will not count as we had an offensive foul being called on the Alexandria Cardinals. Scotty Brown will pick up the personal, so Alexandria turns the ball over on its first possession of the night.
And I'll just say, D-Mac, if that foul gets called, then we might be here till 10:30.
Oh, boy.
So we're going to hopefully, and there's another one, so
yeah,
we're going to have to let the teams play a little bit here. Otherwise, we don't want it to all be about a trip to the foul line.
Yeah, Olivia Thompson got fouled on the on the trip to the basket. Riley Byer picking up the personal. So the Lady Cards have picked up 3 personal fouls in the game's first 40 seconds. Thompson sinks the first free throw to put the visitors up by 4. One more free throw coming for the senior, and that is off the back rim. And now we're going to have a stoppage. Somebody into the lane too soon.
Yeah, I think Kate there stepped in, and they called it, so now she'll get another free throw here. Again, just probably not the start, obviously, that Coach Helscher was looking for. I did like offensively. He talked in the pregame about making sure the ball moves, and, let's hopefully have a good possession here and move the basketball and get a good look.
Thompson takes advantage of the second chance, knocking down the free throw, so it's 5-0 for Bemidji. Our scoreboard updates tonight being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. Now the ball works to the right, now out top. McKinley Helscher with the straight on 3, and she knocks it down.
Yeah, good possession there, kind of an inside-outside game. McKinley, took the one dribble and knocks down the 3.
So it is 5-3 in favor of Alexandria. Bemidji again with the light-colored jersey tops and shorts, flowing left to right in this first half. for the Lumberjacks. Abby Damon with the ball. Now she'll look to attack. Shot got blocked. Rebound to McKinley Helsher. Alexandria coming back the other way. And now it's going to be played to the left side where Abby Evink is open, but her three rims off. And the rebound, I believe, goes to Carly Lazella for the Bemidji Lumberjacks.
Yeah, good look there by Abby, and there's a turnover here, backcourt violation on Bemidji. That was a good possession there, I think, for the Cardinals. Moved the ball, swung it from side to side, and Abby had a good look, and, she'll knock that one down. And on the other end, she had the block, which was good. So I think, that's the kind of tempo Coach Helsher also talked about, wanting to play in the 70s and wanting to play at an up-tempo game, and these last two possessions have shown that.
Here's Riley Byer out top, passing the ball now to McKinley Helsher. A little bit of a spin move, then this pass to the left side to Hennessy, back out to Evink. Now around to Helsher. 4 seconds to go on the shot clock. Helsher will shoot the three ball, and it's off the back rim. Lazella with the defensive rebound for Bemidji. The Jacks lead by 2. We are 2 minutes into tonight's game at Alexandria Area High School. Olivia Thompson gets the ball off to Sherwood. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Anicia Pink looking to work toward the basket, and the ball got stripped out of her possession. Bemidji will play it in along the sideline, or actually along the baseline to the left of the Alexandria basket. Pass comes in, and traveling will be called on Bemidji's Abby Damon, and that will be the second Lumberjacks turnover.
Yeah, they called that one, I thought, before there, and before the ball got knocked out of bounds, they had another travel, so that was good. Again, I like the Cardinals' activity there on defense the last couple possessions, and hopefully have another good possession here offensively.
Cardinals can tie with a basket or take the lead with a three. Evink from the left wing will not connect on the three. Lazella with another rebound for Bemidji. So it's still 5-3 for the visiting Lumberjacks, and now we've got a steal. Here's McKinley Helsher, and she put the ball on the floor, and it's going to go as a tie-up, I believe. That's going to mean Alexandria basketball, so charge Bemidji with the turnover. Alexandria does not give it up because the Cardinals had the arrow on the held ball.
Yeah, really nice job there by Kate. The ball's on the ground. She got to the ground, tie it up, knowing that we'd get the alternate possession our way, so that was a good job there.
Here's a three by McKinley Helsher. That's off the heel of the rim, but there's Riley Byer with an offensive rebound and a reset for Alexandria. Now Hennessy has it. It's slapped out of her possession. She goes back into the backcourt to retrieve it. We're down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Right side, it's Helsher getting it over to Evink. Evink up the baseline, now to Scotty Brown. She'll take the three and score! Oh my, I think Scotty Brown realized that the clock was winding down in terms of the shot clock, and she buries the three-pointer, and Alexandria takes the lead.
Yeah, nice job there again, inside out, and I think that'll be the key. I don't know whether Bemidji is going to be able to guard us on the, there's going to be two on Kate.
Yeah, as Anicia Pink was looking to attack the basket, and she drew that second foul out of Kate Hennessy, so Coach Helsher may have to go to the bench.
They called it on Abby Evink.
Okay, my error.
Yeah,
so.
I thought it was on Kate too, but
so
the 4s and the 3s, I guess.
Yeah, we'll take an Abby Evink foul. That'll be her first, and Kate Hennessy still has one foul. Anicia Pink, the 5'9" senior, sinks the first free throw, and we have our first deadlock tonight. 6-6 is the score. And it's still tied at 6 after the free throw is missed by Pink. Hennessy with the defensive rebound. It comes off to Riley Byer, now to Helsher, then to Brown, then over to the left side, back out top to McKinley Helsher. Now Riley Byer curls into the lane, feeds off to Hennessy on the wing. She'll knock down a three-pointer.
Yeah, nice job again by the Cardinals. Great ball movement. Coach Helsher talked about the ball not getting sticky, and you hear that a lot of times in basketball, and that was another good possession there for the Cardinals.
So it's 9-6 now in favor of Alexandria. Lazella backing in, and I think she got called for traveling. The possession will go back over to Alexandria as we move 4 minutes into the first half here at Alexandria Area High School.
Yeah, you can feel the Cardinals wanting to increase the tempo, and there's a outlook here.
Open lane, but Abby Evink could not get the finish, and Lazella will have the defensive rebound. Right idea, but just not sufficient enough execution at the end. So it's still a three-point Cardinal lead. Now on the left side, the three by Clara Sherwood doesn't go. Offensive rebound, though, and another look. Out top, Anicia Pink has it. Then it goes to Abby Damon. Around to the right side, and here's a three by Lazella, and that's off the glass. No good. but a rebound by Sherwood underneath, and she will score the basket. Clara Sherwood scores, and Alexandria leads 9-8. Now another three by Hennessy, and she drops it in. Alexandria started 4 of 7 beyond the arc, and it's now 12-8 for Alexandria.
Yeah, you could just kind of feel the energy, the tempo. Cardinals are pushing it. They're pushing, even if it's a miss, it's good. Just continue to push that tempo. Speed Bemidji up.
Out top, Damon with the basketball. She'll pass over to Anicia Pink on the left side. Then it comes over to Clara Sherwood. Sherwood guarded defensively by Kinley Helsher. Now the pass goes inside, tipped. Damon tracks it down. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Bemidji tried to work it inside. The Cardinals deflected out. Shot clock shows 4. Game clock 12:40 remaining in the first half. Abby Evink will check out as we have our first substitution in the game. I believe it's Hope Stark.
Yep, she's coming
off the bench.
Bemidji's going to make their first substitution as well. I thought that was a really good 5 minutes or so for Abby. She really did a nice job. Lots of energy, and certainly when you go back to the last time I saw the Cardinals play, in December there, I thought that was a really good 5-minute stretch for Abby.
Maya Thompson becomes the substitution for Bemidji. She'll play the ball in. It goes to Olivia Thompson, then back out. Now a lob inside, and Bemidji does not get the shot off. The Lumberjacks, I believe, will turn it over. The horn sounded on the shot clock violation, so that stopped play, and that will mark Bemidji's 5th turnover of the half. Now the Jacks are going to extend their defensive pressure. Helsher has it in the backcourt. She'll dribble it up the floor and into the front court. Alexandria by 4, and the Cardinals have the ball. Out top, Riley Byers' three-pointer. That is off. Then the ball hit the top of the backboard, and possession will go back to Bemidji. Riley Byer can provide the outside scoring touch. Of course, she is the younger of the 2 Byer sisters. Older sister Lauren likely will be in the game a little bit later off the bench. Lob goes inside. It's through the hands of Anicia Pink out of bounds. So Bemidji has turned the ball over 6 times. And Russ, I'm sure Alexandria happy to force that many giveaways in the first half here so far.
Absolutely. Hope Stark was doing a good job there of fronting down there in the post and making that entry pass difficult. And that was a good job. Obviously, that's a game plan thing. And Coach talked about that in the pregame as well, following the game plan on defense.
Now a jumper from the free throw line does not go for McKinley Helsher. Maya Thompson with the defensive rebound. Outlet comes ahead, and we're going to have a traveling call. I think one of the Bemidji players, it may have been Anicia Pink, was trying to quickly dish off to Lazella, cutting to the basket, and traveling got called before the pass went away.
Yeah, transition defense there, good for the Cardinals. Getting back on defense, preventing that layup.
So now Alexandria with a 4-point lead, 11.5 minutes to go first half here at Alexandria Area High School. The Lady Cards 12, the Bemidji Lumberjacks 8. Looking to attack, the shot not finished by Kate Hennessy, and a defensive rebound for Bemidji. Now up ahead, here's Sherwood with the triple. That will not go. Lazella, I believe, is going to be called for going over the back, and she'll pick up a personal foul here for Bemidji.
Yeah, nice job there by McKinley, boxing out there, creating some space inside. Lazella's been a force on the boards already in this game, and so good job there for having her pick up a foul. And if they, if they don't have the depth, that maybe we do, that could be a key here.
Cardinals work over the Bemidji press, have it in the front court now. Hennessy with it in the right corner, out now to McKinley Helsher. Looking to attack, spin move in the lane. She drops it off. Brown underneath scores the basket. Scotland Brown with her first 2-point bucket. She had a triple earlier, so 5 points for Brown this half, and Alexandria's lead is 6.
Yeah, really nice offense there by the Cardinals. That work was all done by Scotty before she ever got the ball. Just moving down there in the post and getting good position, and McKinley did a nice job of finding her.
And now we have a finger roll shot up and in. It's good for Anicia Pink, and Darren Schultz, the head coach of the Jacks, wants a short timeout. We're going to make it a 30-second break of our own. 10:32 to go in the first half in varsity girls basketball. The numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard read Alexandria 14, Bemidji 10.
At ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
An active night of Alexandria Cardinal competition. You've got 2 home events in Alexandria tonight. The girls basketball game that you're enjoying right now on our latent media platforms. Plus the Alexandria boys hockey team is hosting Duluth East. In a key girls hockey matchup tonight, early third period, Moorhead leads Alexandria 2-1. Alexandria went into that game at the Moorhead Sports Center riding a 7-game win streak. Here's a 3 by Hope Stark. That is off the glass. Rebound to Lauren Byer now into the game. Alexandria with the basketball. It comes out top. Lauren Byer getting behind a Scotty Brown screen, getting it off to Hope Stark. Now back out, 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. McKinley Helsher knocks down the long 2-point basket.
Yeah, nice job there by the Cardinals of recognizing that shot clock was winding down, and Scotty just set a high ball screen there for McKinley, who knocked it down.
16-10 in favor of the Alexandria Cardinals, and now we have a 3-point shot that does not go. Scramble for the rebound, and Damon, I believe, is going to get it, and then she's tied up. And the arrow this time favors the Bemidji Lumberjacks, so it will be Bemidji basketball.
Yeah, and some of those threes, are going to create some long rebounds, so we just need to make sure we do a good job of boxing out to get those long rebounds, because those will lead to some transition opportunities.
The Lumberjacks, Abby Damon gets it in for Olivia Thompson. Those two joined by Maya Thompson, Anicia Pink, and Carly Lazella on the floor as Maya Thompson drains the three-pointer for Bemidji to narrow the gap down to 3. And then we're going to have a turnover in the backcourt on Alexandria. Now we're going to have a substitution. McKinley Helsher will check out as Riley Byer checks in. Both Byer sisters are on the floor right now, joined by Hope Stark, along with Kate Hennessy and Scotty Brown. 3-point lead for Alexandria. Here is Lazella getting it out now to Pink, inside to Lazella. Turnaround shot doesn't go. Good box out there as Brown gets the defensive rebound to Stark. Up ahead now, Hennessy over to the right side to Riley Byer. Now to Stark, and then she worked her way into the lane, dropped it off on a bounce pass to Scotland Brown, and I don't know if Brown was expecting it or not, but it's going to be out of bounds. Turnover on Alexandria.
Yeah, good offense there. That was the right play by Hope. Penetrating into the lane there and just a drop-off feed to Scotty, and tough pass to catch, but that's certainly the right play.
So Bemidji can tie with a basket here after trailing earlier by 6. It's 16-13 for the Lady Cards. Damon will get the ball over to Maya Thompson on the right side. Back to Damon, inside to Olivia Thompson. Out now, and the three-point shot by Sherwood ties the game. Clara Sherwood sinks the three-pointer, and Bemidji has scored back-to-back triples to level the score at 16. Riley Byer tries to answer, Lauren Byer at the other end tries to answer, cannot do so. It's Bemidji basketball. Now here is a turnaround shot. It rimmed out by Anicia Pink. And then the defensive rebound for Alexandria's Lauren Byer. So we're still tied at 16, nearly 10 minutes into the first half. Looking to attack here, Riley Byer shot over the rim. Hennessy with the rebound. Now back out and a reset here. Looking to drive is McKinley Helsher. She tried to draw a contact, didn't, but then Kate Hennessy plucked the rebound, and she puts her reverse layup in and got fouled in the process.
Yeah, good activity there by Kate. McKinley drove to the lane, probably could have, drew a foul there, but Kate did a great job with the rebound, and now a three-point opportunity as Abby Evink checks back into the game.
Alexandria retakes the lead. The Cardinals in front 18-16 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Just under 8 to go in the first half. Hennessy's free throw is good, so she gets the hard-way three-point play and is now up to 9 in tonight's game. 19-16 for Alexandria. Here's Bemidji's Maya Thompson handling the ball left side. Now she'll curl in, drop it off to Damon. Damon will look to work her way. She's got it in the lane, now needs to get out of the lane, and now feeds off, and here's the shot by Maya Thompson. Bounced on the side rim and then bounced on the back rim and dropped in. So a friendly visiting bounce for Maya Thompson as she scores, and Alexandria's lead down to 1, and now we're going to have a Bemidji foul called on Maya Thompson.
Yeah, after that timeout that Bemidji took in the backcourt on makes, they're presenting some pressure, you know, some trapping pressure coming out there of the ball as we're going to get another rebounds here. But, yeah, so that's given us a little bit of trouble, created a couple of turnovers, and so, you know, I think just making sure we take care of the ball, we beat that, and that should lead to some layups.
Alexandria 19, Bemidji 18 in girls basketball. We're in the first half. Russ Henricks and DMAC. Dave McClurg with the play-by-play. Here's Riley Byers, straight on 3, and it's nothing but net. And Alexandria goes up by 4 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard at 22-18.
Yeah, Riley last week, I think, set the school record in that loss to Brainerd for three-point baskets made in a game. And, you know, her shot is, you look at the stats that Coach Helscher gave us, and shooting over 30, I think 30%, at least 35% maybe from the three-point line, and her shot looks really good coming off her hands.
We had a reach-in foul called here on the Cardinals' Hope Stark. It is her first. Five different Alexandria players have 1 foul each so far tonight. The Bemidji Lumberjacks have 3 players with 1 foul each. Nobody has picked up a second foul to this point. Looking to attack is Pink, but the shot doesn't go. Helscher with a defensive rebound. She'll get it off. Riley Byer, another 3, this time from the right wing. It's no good. In the attempt to get the rebound, Ellie Hummelvig was down in position, but I believe it may have gone off her fingertips, and possession will go back to Bemidji. So now the Jacks have it. Bemidji's 5 on the floor at the moment. We've got Clara Sherwood. Carly Lazella is in the game. I think Stella Wild is seeing some court time. Abby Damon is on the floor, and Maya Thompson. Here's Thompson with the basketball. Then it comes over to Wild. Wild down to the baseline. Now to Lazella. She'll shoot the 3. It draws nothing but air, and it's going to go out of bounds back to Alexandria. So Bemidji has a couple of, actually 3 three-point makes tonight. Carly Lazella, in spite of showing some strength and size, she's not afraid to shoot from the outside. She stands 6'2". Here's a 3 by Abby Evink, and it's good. Evink will score, and Coach Matt Helscher wants a timeout to talk things over, and we're going to go to the break as well. I believe we're going to have a full timeout here. So, nope, it's going to be a short timeout. 30-second timeout. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard update here from Alexandria in girls basketball. The Cardinals lead Bemidji 25-18.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Welcome back to Alexandria Area High School's Pollock Court, along with our videographer J.P. Boline and my broadcast partner Russ Henricks. I am Dave McClurg. At the moment, Alexandria enjoys its biggest lead of the game at 25-18, as we're about to go under 6 minutes remaining in the half. The Jacks work it inside to Carly Lazella, then to Clara Sherwood. Then her pass across the lane is intercepted. Alexandria coming the other way. McKinley Helscher looking to go to attack the basket, and she got fouled in the act of shooting. And 2 free throws will be coming for McKinley Helscher.
Yeah, you said the correct word there, D-Mac, attacking the basket. And that's good to see McKinley coast to coast there, get herself to the free throw line.
2 freebies here, and the first one is off the heel of the rim, no good. Alexandria now 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. Bemidji is 3 out of 4. Now we have a substitution. Olivia Thompson re-enters for Bemidji. Kendra Wolf will get some court time now for Alexandria. It'll be Wolf along with Riley Byer, I think Kate Hennessy, Scotland Brown, and McKinley Helsher, those are the 5 on the floor at the moment. Ellie Hummelvig just checked out. Helsher makes the second of the 2 free throws, so she splits them, and she's got 6 on the night. Alexandria's lead is 8 with under 6 minutes to go first half. Looking to drive is Olivia Thompson. She looks to pass off. Now Sherwood working her way underneath. Out to the wing, and the 3 by Anicia Pink is off. Offensive rebound for Carly Lazella, and another look here. Now driving Olivia Thompson has her shot rim out, and Riley Byer rebounds for Alexandria.
A really good rebound there by Riley in between a couple different players and just aggressively going after it.
3-point shot is good. Riley Byer was clearly 2 steps behind the 3-point line, and she drains it, and Alexandria grows the lead to 11 at 29-18.
Yeah, 7 3-point baskets tonight for the Cardinals, really doing a nice job.
And now down on the right block, Carly Lazella scores inside. And you point out 7 3-pointers. 5 different players have made a 3 tonight for Alexandria.
Yeah, and that just goes back to what we said at the beginning of the game, moving the basketball, finding the open player, and having the confidence and the aggressiveness to knock it down.
Left side, Kate Hennessy curls, then feeds to the right side, and not handled cleanly by McKinley Helsher, and that will be just the 3rd turnover for Alexandria in about 13.5 minutes of game time. Bemidji, by comparison, has turned the ball over 8 times. Though to the Lumberjacks' credit, they have been much better over about the last 7 minutes, taking care of the basketball. Bemidji down by 9 with the ball flowing left to right in this first half. Pass intended for Carly Lazella inside. Fronting is Scotland Brown on defense, and the ball gets deflected off of Brown out of bounds.
Yeah, again, Scotty, nice job there at defense, just fronting that post player and doing all the work before that ball ever gets in there. So looks like we got some blood here.
Yeah, Benicia Pink will check out as Abby Damon will re-enter, and I'm sure Pink will get the cut taped up, and hopefully we'll see her back in the game shortly. Alexandria leads by 11 in this varsity girls basketball matchup on Alexandria Youth Night. Number of young basketball players that get involved in the Alexandria girls basketball summer program are here tonight, and many of those will have the opportunity to be part of the halftime entertainment of the varsity game here. Russ, you were mentioning to me, I think your lovely bride Patty is an instructor over at Lincoln Elementary. Does she get to work with 4th, 5th graders at the school? Or?
Absolutely. I was just saying that you want to know what it's like to work in an elementary school. Be at the gym tonight. So.
Yep. We've got a timeout called, I believe, by Bemidji, so we're going to take a break as well. 30-second timeout for us. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in the first half. Alexandria leads Bemidji in girls basketball 29-20.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Welcome back to Pollard Court on the campus of Alexandria Area High School. Girls basketball is what you're enjoying tonight. Along with Russ Henricks, I am Dave McClurg, and we've got videographer J.P. Boline on hand. Alexandria leads Bemidji 29-20. The Lady Cards have knocked down 7 first-half 3-point baskets and have overcome an early Bemidji 5-point lead. The lead has been as big as 11 for Alexandria here in this first half.
Yeah, what you're going to get, D-Mac, I was saying in the commercial break that when those blood timeouts happen, you get a certain amount of time. Usually it's 30 seconds to have it, repaired, and they really want to get Anisha Pink back on the floor, and they're going to actually change jerseys now. It looks like they're over there. It looks like they're going to give her 15, but they're going to have to play a possession at least without her.
Yep, so while she will do the jersey change.
Now she's running to the locker room.
Yep. Get a quick adjustment there, but she'll be back in under a different uniform number. So out top, Olivia Thompson has it. Now it comes over to the left side to Sherwood, and now we have a 3-point shot that's good. and that's going to be Abby Damon knocking down the triple. So Bemidji has scored the last 5, and Alexandria's lead is 6 with just over 4 minutes to go in the half. Now here's Scotty Brown giving it off to Riley Byer, who sends it into the right corner, and older sister Lauren Byer knocks down the triple. And it's 32-23 Alexandria.
Yeah, Byer to Byer, and another, Cardinal player who's got a 3-point basket. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a bunch of different players.
6 different players have now knocked down a 3 for the Cardinals. And Alexandria's lead is 9. Here's Olivia Thompson trying to work it inside for Carly Lozella, and she may have been held by Scotland Brown there. It will be Scotty Brown's second personal, team foul number 6. Kendra Wolf will check out as McKinley Helsher will re-enter for Alexandria.
Yeah, they're going to leave. Looks like Matt's going to leave Scotty out there here with those 2 fouls, and so it looks like maybe they'll make a substitution and get her out here before the...
And I'm wondering if Anicia Pink now might be wearing jersey number 22.
That's possible.
Yeah, because we don't see anybody with number 22. That might be why she went to the locker room to get a different jersey altogether. So inbound pass stolen away as Kate Hennessy is able to get the recovery. So until we are informed otherwise, we will presume Anicia Pink is wearing jersey number 2 for Bemidji. Here's Kate Hennessy, turnaround shot in the lane, off. Rebound by Hope Stark. Now she'll get it out of the lane. Here's a 3-point shot, and that's no good on the attempt for Lauren Byer. And then in a battle for the rebound, the Lumberjacks are not able to control, and Alexandria will have a second chance opportunity. 20 seconds put on the shot clock. And the Cardinals have it. Hope Stark gets it off to Riley Byer. Her shot danced on the rim, rolled around and dropped in. So Riley Byer, the freshman, now has 8 points tonight. Alexandria back to an 11-point lead at 34-23. Under 3 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, Cardinals running a little flex action there. Nice job setting screens, moving. Was able to get a running layup there, and I think that is Pink wearing 22. I think the rule is you cannot change numbers into a player who is already in the scorebook under another number. So not having a 22, probably allows them to do that.
Yeah, and I know that the player who would be wearing number 15, Clara Bieber, she is out, I believe, with a groin strain right now, and she might be back as soon as next week. But Bieber's name is probably in the scorebook, and hence she's Anicia Pink could not switch into that particular uniform number that Clara Bieber normally has. A missed shot and then a make at the other end by Bemidji's Carly Lozella, and that narrows Alexandria's lead to 9. It's the Cardinals 34, the Lumberjacks 25. Now Alexandria with the ball. Kate Hennessy looking to drive. Her fadeaway is up and off the side. Rebound by Clara Sherwood for Bemidji. Hennessy with 9 points for Alexandria, but she'll have to wait until later to get into double figures. Here's a pass down on the block to Carly Lozella, and Lozella will score another basket. And she now has 3 buckets, all in the paint. She's 0 for 2 beyond the arc. Hope Stark now with the ball. It's put on the floor. Riley Byer picks it up. Those two joined by Kate Hennessy, McKinley Helsher, and Lauren Byer. Helsher's triple left side doesn't go. Lozella now with her 9th rebound of the half. Ahead now to Olivia Thompson. We're down to about 80 seconds to go in the first half, and Alexandria's lead is 7. Shot no good, but Lozella's follow. That is no good. Rebound to Riley Byer for Alexandria. So the Lumberjacks could not get some points in the paint there. Now right side, here is Lauren Byer opening up, and she knocks down another 3-pointer. Lauren has 2 triples. Her younger sister Riley Byer has 2 triples, and Alexandria leads by 10.
Yeah, big possession there, I thought, for the Cardinals, as they're going to go back to that. We did a nice job there of doubling. I was just going to say, yeah, we got a double down there when they feed it in.
Yep, and Alexandria got the turnover. Now Kate Hennessy will shoot the 3, and she scores! Hennessy is 3 for 3 beyond the arc, and Alexandria leads by a baker's dozen. Half a minute remaining in the first half, and the Cardinals have their biggest advantage right now at 40-27. Bemidji There's about a difference between the shot clock and game clock of about 1 second. Now on the right side, here is Damon getting it inside, and Lazella will score, and she draws a foul out of Kate Hennessy. And so Hennessy will pick up that second personal right in front of halftime.
Yeah, a couple things there. We're just allowing that post feed to get so deep that it's hard for our help side defense to get over. On the possession before, we were able to, push her a little bit further out, and that help side defense created the turnover in there. So kind of a double whammy there that they get the three-point play, and then Kate picks up her second foul.
So Hennessy's going to check out. Ellie Hummelvig will come back in for Alexandria. Lady Cards lead is 11 points. Lazella's free throw is no good. And then a scramble for the loose ball. Hope Stark able to get it. She'll send it off to Byer. Now in the corner, McKinley Helscher's three doesn't go. Follow up by Riley Byer, no good. Shot before the buzzer, no good. I think it was Hummelvig who had an opportunity underneath as well. But Alexandria leads by 11 at intermission. Just around the corner, we'll have our mid-game report brought to you on our Leighton Media platforms by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. Leading into the break, let's give you the numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in girls basketball. Alexandria leads Bemidji 40-29.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
At ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Make it Juettner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Juettner Motors your best price dealer.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Back at Alexandria Area High School, we welcome you to our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report. The Alexandria girls basketball team leads by 11 at the break, 40-29. Dave McClurg joined by Russ Henricks and our videographer J.P. Boleen from Pollard Court. I do want to let you know that you are listening to KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. Audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app. Thanks so much for your company. If you're watching on our YouTube channel tonight, you can access the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel by going to our website, voiceofalexandria.com. Russ Henricks, a pretty well-played first half for Alexandria. I know that Bemidji got the early jump, I think, scoring the first 5, but the ability to connect on the outside shot has been very pivotal for Alexandria to overcome that very early 5-point deficit.
Absolutely, and I think the game has been played at our tempo, the tempo that the coaches would like. You know, you look at the scoreboard, 40 points in the first half, and certainly, you know, you want to try to get into the 70s, and I don't think that's where Bemidji wants to play us. So, you know, overall, I thought it was a good first half. A lot of good offense there. I mean, anytime you make 10 threes in a half, that's really good. And, you know, the Cardinals just hope to put together another half just like that and get the win.
I know that Matt Helscher mentioned as part of the Juettner Motors pregame show a little bit earlier, he wanted to see that ball moving around. You know, I think he uses a term that Chris Finch, the Minnesota Timberwolves coach, likes to use every once in a while. When the offense gets stagnant, the ball tends to be sticky, just not moving around. But how did you feel about the way the Alexandria girls were able to work the ball around?
I think you mentioned it in the first half with, you know, 6 different players make 3-point baskets, and that's not going to happen if you're not moving the ball. It's not one player dribble, pound, and then looking up to score. It's the ball is caught, it's reversed, it's going from side to side, which makes the defense have to move. And then anytime you play offense like that where the ball moves, you get players involved, that leads to better defense, that leads to transition, that leads to everybody feeling like they're involved. And, you know, I don't know what their assist numbers would be, but I would assume that on a lot of those 3-point baskets, there's assists. There's just not a lot of isolation basketball, which is great.
Let's go through some of the numbers here in the first half with Alexandria leading by 11 at the break. Kate Hennessy is the one player in double figures tonight. She's one of 6 Alexandria players to score. 5 of the 6 players have at least 5 points tonight. Hennessy leads the way with 12. 8 points for Riley Byer, 6 apiece for Lauren Byer and McKinley Helscher, 5 for Scotty Brown, and a 3-point basket in the first half for Abby Evink. Kendra Wolf played in the first half but did not score. Bemidji has had 6 different players get into the scoring column, a little bit of inside-outside. Carly Lozella has been a nice presence inside for Bemidji. 8 points, all in the paint. She stands 6'2", and she's strong as well. She's very close to a double-double in just 18 minutes of play. We'll share the rebound numbers for you momentarily. 8 for Clara Sherwood, 5 for Maya Thompson, 3 apiece for Anicia Pink and Abby Damon, and 2 for Olivia Thompson in the first half for the team total of 29. On the glass, Alexandria with a slight edge, out-rebounding Bemidji by 1, 18-17. What's notable is that Carly Lozella has gobbled up a lot of the Bemidji rebounds. She had 10 boards in the first half, including 3 on the offensive glass. Alexandria's rebounding leader, Riley Byer, in her guard position with 4, and then you've got a lot of other players with 2 and 3 rebounds apiece. Fouls in the first half, Alexandria committed 7, Bemidji 4. Not a lot of free throw shot. The Lady Cards 2 of 3, the Jacks were 3 of 4. A lot of 3-point shots were taken. Alexandria 10 of 18 beyond the arc, so 57% in the first half. Bemidji a very respectable 40% at 4 of 10. Turnovers in the half, Bemidji with 10, Alexandria with only 3. Trends in the game, we had 1 lead change and we had ties at 6 and 16. Bemidji's biggest lead was 5 points at the start, 5-0, and Alexandria had as big as a 13-point lead late in the first half at 40-27. Right now, the Lady Cards lead is 11, and Alexandria will have the ball to begin the second half. Thanks to Eldon's Fresh Foods for bringing you our mid-game report. We'll have these words now on our latent media platforms from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage. Then back to Alexandria Area High School with the second half of Cardinal girls basketball after a brief timeout.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat. It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorters Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorters Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Cards lead Bemidji in girls basketball 40-29. Another score we can let you know about, final at the Moorhead Sports Center tonight. The Moorhead Spuds snap Alexandria's 7-game girls hockey win streak. Moorhead prevails by a final score of 4-1. Those two teams will play each other again in Alexandria on January 27th. Second half, Alexandria with the ball to start. Here's McKinley Helsher handling it on the right side. Now it goes to Riley Byer, then to Abby Evink. Matt Helsher going with his starters of Helsher, Evink, Scotland Brown, Kate Hennessy, and Riley Byer. Here's Evink on the left wing, and she cannot connect on the three. Brown with the defensive rebound, or offensive rebound. Then she gets it off to McKinley Helsher, and her shot on the right side is good. And Alexandria leads by 13 at 42-29.
Yeah, nice job there by Scotty to collect that offensive rebound and dish it out to McKinley.
Here's Anicia Pink looking to score on the dribble drive. She can't, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Bemidji, so Alexandria will have the ball.
Yeah, Lazella, you mentioned her at halftime and all those rebounds, and reminds me of Monday night when the boys played Ricori and Brady Woods, and how much of a force he was underneath for Ricori. But analytically, if the Cardinals are gonna continue to make threes, it's going to be hard for Bemidji to catch up if they don't hit some threes of their own.
Here is a jumper from the free throw line by Riley Byer that goes off, and Lazella has her 11th rebound of the night. Here's Olivia Thompson getting the ball now to Abby Damon. Those two with Carly Lazella, Clara Sherwood, and Anicia Pink for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. And I think Pink Pink got a case of happy feet there, and the ball will be turned over.
Yeah, there was a case where Scotty did a good job of kind of pushing Lazella out a little bit further from the basket, which didn't give her a lot of options, and forced her to kick it back out.
So Alexandria has the ball leading 42-29. On the wing, here's a three by McKinley Helsher, and it's good. Alexandria is now 11 of 20 beyond the arc. Meanwhile, Lazella down inside at her shot, altered by Scotty Brown. Defensive rebound for Abby Evink, and Alexandria coming the other way. Helsher now to Riley Byer, to Brown, then to Helsher. Another three on the wing, and that's good. Oh my, it's raining three-pointers in Alexandria tonight. The Cardinals go up by 19.
Yeah, good ball movement again, and the Cardinals are just hitting their shots. They look really confident out there tonight.
48-29. Pink can't answer at the other end. Lazella got the offensive rebound, then it's stripped out of her possession. Bemidji will keep the basketball. Again, the Lumberjacks coming off a nice win at home against Brainerd Tuesday night, 57-52. Alexandria, this is the Lady Cards' first game since the victory at Sauk Rapids last Friday. Here's a three-point shot that doesn't go, but Olivia Thompson gets the offensive rebound. Now to Clara Sherwood, then over to Lazella from the left side, and she sinks a three-pointer. And evidently, Carly Lazella, Russ, has some game. We saw her try a couple of threes in the first half. That's her first make from outside.
Absolutely. She's really had a good night, and again, just active on the boards and creating second chance opportunities.
Now leaning in, McKinley Helsher trying to get position. She got bumped and somehow no foul. Lazella gets a rebound, and then Alexandria commits a foul after that.
Yeah, again, double whammy there. Unfortunately, we don't get the call there on McKinley, but then Kate commits a third foul there in the backcourt, so she'll have to go sit down. And who checked in here for us?
I believe Hope Stark is now in. So it's Hope Stark, McKinley Helsher, Scotland Brown, Abby Evink, and Riley Byer. Olivia Thompson gets the ball to Abby Damon. Damon with it on the left side, now feeds across to Pink. Pink out beyond the arc. Byer going for the steal, but Pink gets it off to Damon. Then it comes back to Alicia Pink. Pink along the baseline, then tries to feed through. It's intercepted. Helsher with the basketball, and she'll bring it into the front court. Now she stops, feeds to Brown, then it comes back to Kinley Helsher. 48-32, Alexandria with the lead, second half. And now we're going to have a stoppage here as the ball's going the other way. An offensive foul is going to be called on Scotty Brown. And Russ, maybe some scenarios here that are not beneficial for Alexandria, both Brown and Kate Hennessy with 3 fouls each.
Well, the disappointing thing is, that one for Scotty commits on the offensive end, and that's kind of a ticky-tack one, and then Kate's one committed way back in the backcourt. So, sometimes fouls are better than others, and unfortunately those were kind of, I thought they were going to call one there.
Yeah, and now a shot, it's kind of interesting. Abby Damon initially might have been open from the three-point line, and then the Alexandria defender fell, so Damon stepped in front of her and missed a rather wide-open 16-footer. Abby Eving can't connect at the other end, and Olivia Thompson will get the defensive rebound for the Alexandria Cardinals. And at the other end, shot doesn't go for Thompson, but we have a foul, and I believe this is going to be on Olivia Thompson after Riley Byer secured the rebound. So for Olivia Thompson, her first of the night. Bemidji as a team has only committed 4 fouls in this game. And I have a feeling, Russ, as this game goes on, if Alexandria is able to maintain some sort of working lead, Bemidji may be forced to put Alexandria on the line and try to stretch the game out, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. They've only played, I think, 7 players, right? That's what I have on my sheet. So we'll see how that works out. Oh, there's an open look.
And now Hope Stark steps in and knocks down a long 2-pointer. So Stark will score the basket, her first points of the night, and Alexandria leads by 18 at 50-32. The lead has been as great as 19 tonight. Now Lazella will try another triple. That is off the heel of the rim. Offensive rebound for Maya Thompson. Then it comes inside. Lazella had her shot blocked by Scotty Brown, and Hope Stark gets the defensive rebound. Now up ahead, Helsher's triple is off. Maya Thompson with the defensive rebound for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Now it comes out. Lazella has it out beyond the arc. And Russ, I've got a Culver's play of the game suggestion I'm going to make once we get a stoppage here. It came on the previous possession. Maybe you can kind of read my mind here.
Yes, absolutely.
Shot missed, but Clara Sherwood gets the rebound. Then it goes inside to Lazella. She does not score, but Carly Lazella gets the offensive rebound and gets tied up. Possession goes to Bemidji. I would like to make the block shot by Scotty Brown our Culver's play of the game, because Scotty got that block with 3 personal fouls on her. That's not an easy thing to do against a good scorer.
No, absolutely, and Scotty's done a really nice job on defense, I think, and she's going to have to play here for a little bit with those 3 fouls. So, yeah, good call on your part.
So we will make the block earlier by Scotland Brown, our Culver's play of the game, brought to you by Culver's Restaurant in Alexandria. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Bemidji running low on time, and a second shot clock violation on the Lumberjacks tonight. will give it back to Alexandria.
Yeah, great job there again by the Cardinals on defense. And you know, I think it's key here now is, again, Bemidji's going to present some backcourt pressure a little bit, looking to trap. If we can just pass that up ahead, we'll have numbers.
Now Lauren Byer back in the game. She's going to play it, and it's taken here by McKinley Helsher, and then her feet across the lane almost got turned over, but the person who intercepted the ball for the Jacks had a foot on the baseline. So the Cardinals will keep it here, but I get the feeling Bemidji now wants to maybe kind of speed up Alexandria a little bit. Might not be accustomed to it, but I'm sure they want to, again, try to draw this game out.
Yeah, I don't think they can come back out of just their half-court offense. So they're going to need to create some turnovers, which will lead to fast break opportunities and easy baskets, as they almost got one there.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go a turnover on each side there, a change of possession, but the Cardinals, I'll retract that because no reset on the shot clock. So just the ball caroming through different hands, and now Anicia Pink will pick up the personal. I'm not laughing for Anicia picking up the foul, but I believe Tim Ernest doing the PA tonight, the player formerly known as number 14 and now wearing number 22, Anicia Pink. So Cardinals have it as we go under 12 minutes remaining in regulation time. Hope Stark's triple is no good. She would have become the 7th different Alexandria player to hit a three-pointer tonight. Alexandria leads by 18. Here is Olivia Thompson looking to pass it inside. Loose ball. The Jacks have it back. Lazella cannot connect on the three, and Lauren Byer will secure the defensive rebound for Alexandria.
Yeah, good hustle there by Abby Evink. She went tumbling into the Bemidji bench and knocked over a few chairs, and thankfully she's okay.
Stark has it. She'll curl in. Now the ball poked away. It goes into the backcourt. Hope Stark will get it ahead now to McKinley Helsher. Down to 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. 11:05 to go, second half. Alexandria leads by 18. Here's McKinley Helsher attacking the basket, finding an opening and putting the shot in. Coach Matt Helsher wants the timeout, and we will go to the break as well. 10:59 remains, second half. I believe this is going to be a full timeout, so a 1-minute break on our platforms. Glenwood State Bank School Board and girls basketball. Alexandria leads Bemidji 52-32.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building. Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Along with Russ Henricks, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. Welcome back to Alexandria Area High School, where the Cardinal girls basketball team leads Bemidji by 20 with under 11 minutes to go. Looking to attack here is Abby Damon, and she couldn't control the dribble. Out of bounds back to Alexandria. One thing, as Alexandria has gradually built the lead, Russ, Bemidji has only one basket this half. That was the Carly Lazella 3 compared to 5 turnovers.
Yeah, our half-court defense has been really good, and Bemidji struggling offensively. That's one of the reasons why, as a coach, Matt talked about wanting to push that score up into the 70s and 80s, just not knowing that Bemidji could get there with their offense.
Now here's Hope Stark dishing off to Riley Byer, and it's going to be turned over. And Bemidji has the ball. Maya Thompson's three-pointers off to the side. Ellie Hummelvig gets the defensive rebound for Alexandria. Hummelvig is on the floor along with Riley Byer, I believe, along with Hope Stark, Lauren Byer, and Abby Eving. So a smaller lineup here. Alexandria just turned the ball back over to Bemidji. But the Lady Cards still lead by 20 with 10 minutes to go in regulation time. Olivia Thompson has her shot blocked. Scramble for the loose ball, and Alexandria will pick it up. So Hummelvig will get a defensive rebound. Outlet ahead, and Lauren Byer beats the Bemidji defense back and scores.
Yeah, and I think as long as Bemidji has Lazello on the bench, we can kind of rest some of our post players who have that foul trouble, allows us to go to this smaller lineup a little bit.
Now Clara Sherwood will curl into the lane, and she got fouled. I don't know if it was in the act of shooting or not, but Abby Evink will be the one picking up the personal. That is her second. Team foul number 3 for Alexandria this half. And Sherwood was in the act of shooting, so she'll be awarded a pair of free throws with 9:39 to go. First one is no good, so Bemidji in basically almost 7.5 minutes of, or actually 8.5 minutes of game time in this second half has scored just one basket for 3 points. Second free throw around, and that bounces in, so there's point number 4 of the half. Alexandria leads 54-33. Front court here is Riley Byer. She's open, her three-pointer rims off. Scramble for the board, and Riley gets it back. I tell you, Riley Byer does a nice job, kind of like her sister Lauren, being able to rebound the ball, either on the offensive or defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, she's just always moving and finding a spot and finding a place. Oh, that was close there.
Yep, Abby Evink could not connect on the 3. Olivia Thompson with the defensive rebound. So still a 21-point Alexandria lead. Here's a little up and under for Clara Sherwood, but the drive was a little too fancy. Traveling got called, and it's back to Alexandria.
Yeah, I don't know. The Bemidji coach is not happy about that one, and I kind of agree with him. I think that she had her pivot foot down there, and I think that was a good move, but they called traveling there.
I think about half of the players on the floor thought free throws were going to be coming, but it turns out to be Alexandria ball. Now the Cardinals looking to attack underneath. Hummelvig will put it off, and it rattles out. And then a loose ball foul may be called on Ellie Hummelvig for Alexandria after Abby Damon got the rebound.
Yeah, they'll look back on that one on the film. Nice work there by the Cardinals to move, and Ellie probably just doesn't need to put that one on the floor, that dribble. She could probably just go right up with it. Taking that extra dribble kind of gave the defense a chance to collapse, but again, just playing hard and working and sharing the basketball.
So Alexandria's lead is 21. Bemidji with the ball flowing right to left in this second half. Olivia Thompson cut off by Evink at the baseline. Pass goes into the backcourt. Intercepted. Riley Byer coming the other way. Short jumper is good. Boy, Quality Real Estate bringing you our instant replays on our YouTube channel, and that was excellent work there by Riley Byer as the defender was going by her. Riley scores the basket, and Bemidji needs a timeout to talk it over, and this will be a full timeout and a 1-minute break for us. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in the second half in girls basketball. Alexandria now leads Bemidji 56-33.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Our thanks to all of the boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage, bringing you our girls basketball play-by-play tonight. We'll be back in the Gymnasium tomorrow night and Saturday afternoon as well. Tomorrow it's Alexandria versus Sauk Rapids Rice in boys basketball, weather and travel conditions permitting. Here Alexandria leads by 23, and Bemidji turns the ball over after a timeout not to knock our guests this evening, Russ, but it just seems like for Bemidji, the wheels have fallen off here in the second half.
Yeah, a little bit. They just kind of gotten sloppy and they gotten sped up, and they've really struggled to score, which, makes for a long night. And we've beaten them to a lot of loose balls, and there is another one.
Yep, McKinley Helsher did not connect on the three, but then followed up her own miss. Riley Byer eventually missed on a three, and then a rebound here for the Lumberjacks as Carly Lazella is back into the game. Here's a jumper left side, no good by Sherwood, but Lazella collects an offensive rebound. Now it comes back out to Olivia Thompson, to Maya Thompson, around to Abby Damon on the left side. Those four on the floor with Clara Sherwood for the Jacks. And now we're going to have a foul called, and this is going to be a foul on Kate Hennessy, and that will be number 4 for her. Now, fortunately, Alexandria has a comfortable lead, but if you're going to distribute your 5 fouls, that's not a play you want to distribute a foul on.
No, unfortunately, and boy, Lazella, 16 boards. What do you have her for?
I've got her, 16 is where I'm at right now on the rebound total. So she does have the double-double with 11 points and 16 rebounds.
Yeah, that's a full night's work. She's done a really nice job under there.
Now a partial block by Abby Evink on the Bemidji shot, and Scotland Brown rebounds. So Bemidji still has 1 basket in 11 minutes of this second half. Alexandria leading 56-33. Here's Hope Stark with it on the left side. Around to Evink on the wing. Her triple is good. Little splasheroo there for Abby Evink, and Alexandria builds on the lead. It is 59-33 for the Lady Cards.
Yeah, Bemidji, they look gassed. They look tired. They're having a hard time defending us, coming out and defending us out top. And as Hope Stark commits a foul there, but offensively, I think we can we move the ball, get anything we want at this point.
Yeah, I think, a number of factors in, I think Alexandria well rested, having several days of practice before coming in. Bemidji had a hard-fought and well-earned 5-point win over Brainerd on Tuesday night. And, unfortunately for the Bemidji Lumberjacks, they couldn't bottle that energetic effort, in consecutive games this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that plays into it for sure. And obviously a long road trip for them. And, it's a Thursday night, so they know they got to get back on that bus, and it'll be a late night for them. And so they're going to get a substitution here. But, you got to give the Cardinals credit. They've come out tonight and played with a lot of energy, and they look like a team that was excited to play at home after not having a home game for a while.
Yeah, December 20th was the last date that Alexandria played a home game. Clara Sherwood made 1 of 2 from the line, so the lead is 25 for Alexandria with 6.5 minutes remaining. Alexandria will go to 11-4 once this night is done. Three-pointer rattles around and drops. A straight-on 3 for Lauren Byer, and she is now 3 of 5 beyond the arc. At the other end, here is a pass tipped. Stella Wild has it for Bemidji. Now it comes over to Alicia Pink. Pink leaning in, and she draws contact. Foul will get called, and Pink will go to the line to shoot 2. 5:57 is our time remaining in the game. The foul whistled on Hope Stark, and that is now 3 for her. Bemidji will be in the bonus for the rest of the night. First free throw for the lefty. Anicia Pink is off to the side.
Yeah, Coach Elsher talked in the pregame, too, about, they're going to do autographs for the youth players tonight, and he told the girls that you're going to have to do them whether you win or lose. So doesn't that, I think that's kind of a sigh of relief. I know that,
right.
When you try to do that, we're going to get a free throw violation here.
So no free throw by Pink, and charge Bemidji with the turnover, and that will be the 17th on the night for the Lumberjacks. By comparison, Alexandria has turned the ball over just 5 times. 62-34 Alexandria. Hope Stark gets the ball over to McKinley Helsher. Those two with Scotland Brown, Lauren Byer, and Kendra Wolf on the floor. Here's Lauren Byer handling it. Now it goes over to Helsher, now to Lauren Byer. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Jumper from near the free throw line, no good. Scotty Brown's follow doesn't go, but a couple of Bemidji players were battling for the defensive rebound. Neither one could secure it, so Alexandria will get another opportunity. 18 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 5:26 to go in the game. Helscher gets it into the corner for Kendra Wolf. Now out top to Lauren Byer to Stark. Stark looking to move. Now her pass is off. Now a loose ball, and that got ugly pretty quickly as Bemidji will get the basketball. Outlet goes ahead. Pink has her shot go off the rim too strong. Follow-up no good by Abby Damon, but Damon is fouled, and she will get a couple of free throws here.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I'm just glad everybody's okay there. We had some awkward movements, easy for me to say there, and so McKinley, though, looked like she's okay. As you know, the end of the game here, some players look tired, and the game sometimes gets sloppy.
Kendra Wolf committed the foul. The first free throw of 2 for Abby Damon is no good. So Alexandria lead remains the Alexandria lead is 28 with 5:02 to go. Second free throw doesn't go. Battle for the board. There is Lazella once again. Follow-up shot, though, doesn't go, and Hope Stark rebounds. Bemidji may go down to defeat tonight, but boy, Carly Lazella's had a night, and she'll make her debut in the Central Lakes Conference next winter. And if she comes to the Gymnasium with efforts like she's shown tonight in her senior year, maybe she becomes an all-conference choice for Bemidji in its first winter in the league next year.
Yeah, absolutely. 17 rebounds, and a lot of them, have just been, getting position when the shot goes up and finding the basketball, and done a really nice job. And, one of the things here, you look up again here, and Bemidji has just 5 points in this half, and so our half-court defense has been really good.
Yep, down to less than 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Shot is going to be short on the attempt by Damon. Rebound to the Alexandria Cardinals, Scotty Brown. So 1 basket for Bemidji in nearly 14 minutes of the second half. A three-pointer by Lauren Byer at the other end doesn't go, and Damon has the rebound. Even though Alexandria's three-point shooting percentage has dropped in the second half, the Cardinals have been able to steadily build on the lead. Again, it was an 11-point Alexandria lead at the half, so the Lady Cards have outscored Bemidji by 17 this half to lead by 28. Turnaround shot for the Jacks doesn't go. Scotty Brown with the rebound. We have a tie-up, and Alexandria will keep the basketball. Darren Schultz, the head coach of Bemidji, I think is going to go a little deeper on his bench late here. Olivia Burt is going to come into the game for the first time.
21, Casey Christensen, it looks like, is in there, I think.
And I think Bemidji may have brought one other player in, maybe Stella Wild back in.
I think so.
So, meanwhile, Alexandria brings Ellie Hummelvig back in. The Cardinals, Hummelvig with the ball. She'll get it off to Hope Stark. Stark into the corner, and here is a three-point shot that is off by Kate Hennessy, but Stark gets the rebound. Now across to Hummelvig, out to the wing to Stark, then a no-look pass to the left side, and the three is good. Oh my, excellent ball movement for Alexandria, leading to the open three on the left wing for Riley Byer.
And the Bemidji looks like they have a number 1 on there, which we don't have on our sheet, so we'll just call her Sue. No.
Yes. And now turnaround shot inside by Burt doesn't go. Rebound to Ellie Hummelvig. I'm wondering if it might not be Abby Bakavoy, who on the game program wears uniform number 2. But anyway, 31-point lead for Alexandria, under 3 minutes to go. Kendra Wolf's three doesn't go. Ball out of bounds, and Bemidji will get it back.
It's the second time tonight we've had an official hit with the basketball, and the rule is if they're standing out of bounds and the ball hits them, then the ball is out of bounds. So as we're going to go a little bit deeper here on the bench, the Cardinals are.
Yeah, let's see who's now in the game. Nora Ernest is going to get some court time. Dayton Running now into the game for Alexandria. Among the players in, I think Greta Kelly is seeing some court time as well.
Yep.
Kendra Wolf still on the floor for Alexandria. Shot doesn't go, and then a follow-up, no good, and then another rebound, and the Jacks will get another look, and a shot is off target, out of bounds, back to Alexandria. Now we'll have another substitution. Izzy Stark will come into the game late for Alexandria, as we're under 2.5 minutes remaining in this one. Now Wolf brings it into the front court. She'll pass off to Dayton running, curling to the basket, running attacks. Shot too strong. Maya Thompson with a defensive rebound. And then the outlet ahead, it will be out of bounds, and Bemidji will turn it back over. Kind of the ugliness of the second half for the visitors. Bemidji has scored 5 points this half and has turned the ball over 8 times.
Yeah, never good when you have more turnovers than points.
Yes, and Alexandria's run away and hit in this one. It's 65-34 for Alexandria. Out top it is Izzy Stark with the basketball. Now to Greta Kelly. To Stark, and then back to Dayton running. Her shot doesn't go. Scramble for the loose ball, and Maya Thompson has it. Down to about 90 seconds remaining in this one. Again, following the play-by-play, we'll have the Juettner Motors post-game report. Special coaches conversation coming up as part of our post-game, with all the Alexandria girls basketball players involved in autograph signing. I appealed to Coach Helscher about maybe him or one of his assistant coaches coming up after the game, so I believe Matt Helscher will be our post-game guest.
Well, that'll be exciting. That'll be fun. It's always good to talk to Matt, and you know, he should be pretty pleased with this effort here, as Bemidji's, they missed a lot of free throws too here in the second half.
Yep. Kendra Wolf got the foul, then Bemidji missed the free throw, and Nora Ernest got the rebound. Shot doesn't go for the Cardinals. And then a rebound for Bemidji as we're down to about a minute remaining. Again, Alexandria played lights out in the second half. An 11-point lead steadily grew, and now it's up over 30. Loose ball on the floor, taking it is Casey Christensen. She'll get it into the corner now. Bonkavoy trying to get it inside for Burt. And then, oh my, a dual possession scenario there, and I think Bemidji will keep the basketball here. As I think Burt and Nora Ernest were battling for possession, and it ends up being for Bemidji. Pass inside, then a shot blocked. Christensen got it back. Now it comes out to Maya Thompson. To Christensen inside, and we're going to have a reach-in foul. And this is going to put Bemidji on the line. As
Izzy Stark, yeah, they called on the foul there.
So that will be her first and team foul number 10. So Bemidji will have a couple of free throws here. First one for Olivia Burt is good. Alexandria 65, Bemidji 35. And the Cardinals led by 11 at the half. Second free throw on the way, and that's good as well. So 65-36, Alexandria maybe one more possession, and it's a Dayton running basket. Nice feed there from Kendra Wolf, who gets the helper on the Dayton running bucket.
Yeah, great job there by the Cardinals. And, you know, Bemidji, I look on my score sheet here, and they have not made a 2-point basket in this half, which is pretty remarkable. Let's see if I put the jinx on them. Oh, no.
Here's a shot, no good. Scramble for the loose ball. Wolf trying to get it. Now Burt has it with 7 seconds to go. She will look to attack, and now it goes outside. Three-pointer right before the buzzer is off. Follow-up will be good. I think it's going to be a Maya Thompson basket at the end. That ends up being the second basket of the half for Bemidji, and the Lumberjacks are held to 9 second-half points. Alexandria pulls away to win 67-38. That's the final on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Bemidji falls to 9-7 with the defeat, and Alexandria now stands at 11-4, going into another key Class 4A Section 8 matchup with the Elk River Elks on Saturday afternoon, a game that you'll be able to enjoy on KXRA Radio, with the streaming as well on the Voice of Alexandria YouTube channel. Again, we will have the Juettner Motors post-game report ahead. The structure will be a little bit different. No player interview tonight, but Coach Matt Helscher will be joining us as our post-game guest. But right now, for our studio engineer back at KXRA Jackson, you can take those last two ads of the second half play-by-play and combine them with the break that follows. So we are just about 4 minutes away from starting up our Juettner Motors post-game report. Now, these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support...
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
At ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trumdrug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trumdrug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trumdrug, locally owned, locally loved.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western.
Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resortism Marine and Outdoors, no sé qué es.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Make it Juettner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Juettner Motors your best price dealer.
It's youth night with a big victory over the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Alexandria led by 11 at the break and then held Bemidji to just 9 second-half points. Only 2 baskets from the floor for Bemidji after halftime, and Alexandria wins 67-38. Along with Russ Hendricks and our videographer, J.P. Boline, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. We welcome you to our Juettner Motors post-game report. Now, typically after each of the games, we visit with a student athlete from the Alexandria Cardinals, but they're all enjoying youth night tonight by signing autographs for the young people that are in attendance. So Coach Matt Helsher gracious enough to join us upstairs after the victory. And Matt, congratulations. You know, obviously when you can knock off a section foe, it's always a good thing. How good are you feeling, getting this key win?
Oh, feeling great, especially on youth night. It's like we ended with 67 points. It's perfect. I mean, 6-7 we got. I mean, couldn't have read a better script there. But no, I was just super proud of our girls, locking down on the defensive end. It was total team effort tonight. So to get this section win, especially after they beat Brainerd. So I think for us, it's a big confidence booster. We kind of needed a game like this to kind of come out of our shell on offense and defense. So girls are excited. I'm excited. The youth's excited. It was a good day for Alec girls basketball.
Yeah, with all the young people that were in the stands, being observers and everything like that, you talk about that 6-7 energy that can be brought into the gymnasium. But do your players, do they sense, when the young people are there watching them, that did they get fired up over a crowd that was probably a little larger tonight than it might be for other home games?
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about. I mentioned in the pregame, just me growing up in Alexandria, just finding role models when you go to watch the varsity games. And that's what I told our players before we came out. And the energy was great. It was electric in here. And I told our girls after the game that this game today caused a spark in our program just because we had so many young girls here. I talked to some of the youth. They loved playing at halftime on the big stage. They said how nervous they were, so they got a little taste of that. So a great night, like I said.
Your team was able to build a lead in the first half, eventually growing it to double figures right before halftime. Offensively, to score 40 points, I would think you had to be very pleased. But what did you see in terms of the ball movement by your team offensively? Because that seemed to be one of the things that resonated with me doing the interview with you ahead of the game, that you wanted to see the ball move around.
Yeah, we were pushing it up in transition. In that first half, we were getting a lot of really good looks in our ball screen game. Scotty was setting great screens. We had good looks right on the free throw line, but then we were passing that backside. Abby hit some threes. Kate Hennessy on the backside hitting threes. And, that's something that we were working on, not keeping it on one side of the floor. And then we just started moving and cutting. And, again, we had a lot of girls. We had 4 girls, I think, in double digits. So we're spreading that around, a lot of assists and everything. So when you have a team that, can get 4 girls to score 10-plus points, you're going to be tough to beat.
No doubt. We are visiting right now with the head coach of the Alexandria girls basketball team, Matt Helsher. Our post-game interview brought to you by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota? What's your number? But Matt, in the second half, the outside shot was really dropping for your team in the first half. Not quite as much in the second half, but yet it seemed like your team notched it up defensively. How pleased are you to hold Bemidji to just 2 baskets in the second half, and one was right at the buzzer on the 18th minute?
We mentioned that for us to win this game, it's going to be on the defensive end. The first half, we had some foul trouble with Scotty and Kate, so they had to sit a little bit, but that second half, I thought Scotty played just phenomenal defense. She had her positioning, limiting shots. She played her role magnificent tonight. And then again, we had a lot of girls on the help side. Holding Pink to 3 points, I think that's all she had. She had 29 the other night. We threw Kate at her. And then when Kate had foul trouble, we went Hope Stark. And then Ellie Hummelvig. And, we just had a lot of athletes to try to, eliminate a lot of things that they were doing on offense. So limiting one shot, wearing them out, kind of like I mentioned. We knew that their bench wasn't that deep, so we tried to make it a track meet that first half, and I think it showed the second half. Their shots were short, limiting one. We were getting out and getting great looks, and yeah, we weren't hitting open threes right away, but then McKinley kind of got in a roll. She was cold that first half, and then Riley Byer, and then Lauren Byer, and then again Abby, and so it was just great to watch that entire game.
Your team, I have on my stat sheet, and I always say my stats are unofficial, 14 of 32 for the night from three-point range. So that is a pretty healthy number, up in the low 40s in terms of percentage. And I don't know if your team typically takes that many three-point shots, but I would think you'd have to be happy. And out of those 14 triples, I think at least 6 different players knocked down a three tonight.
Yeah, and we talk about every possession, we want to maximize it. So we want great shots, not good shots. And sometimes the best shot available is after 1 or 2 passes and wide open threes if girls are open. So, you know, we really preach that. You know, there's a couple times we probably took some rush threes when we didn't need to. And, you know, it's just one of those building blocks that we mentioned is when you have a lead, obviously the clock is your friend. Let's run it down a little bit, get what we want. We always want to play the game inside out, try to get into the paint first, whether that's a post touch, whether it's drive, penetration, and kick. But, yeah, we had some good looks, and we had multiple girls make them tonight. Even Scotland Brown made a three. I mean,
exactly.
I tell you.
It was fun to watch. Russ Hendricks, I'm going to bring you into the conversation, and then when you get a free moment, I got a couple of manila envelopes up against the wall there. If you wouldn't mind maybe pulling those out.
I can do that.
I think one was going to drop through the stands, but I'll share these with the coach later on. But I'll let you take this part of the interview.
Nice job tonight, Matt. You know, you're into this now in a few months here. What have you learned about yourself? Just coming over, you know, taking over the program, obviously, for Wendy, and just moving over from Osakis to here. What are some things you've learned about yourself?
Well, just understanding it's a process. You know, I told the girls Rome wasn't built in a day. So, you know, it's taking a little bit longer to get where I wanted to get, but we're starting to. So, you know, kind of patience is one thing that I'm learning to deal with a bunch, but these girls have been awesome. I mean, their attitudes are great. I said we had probably our best week of practice this week than we had all week. And, you know, doing that in January, that's pretty difficult. You know, it's a long season, it's cold, it's dark out. So to come in here and give the effort that they're doing, I couldn't ask for anything more. And again, we're growing. I think we're seeing a lot of team cohesiveness, and the girls seem to enjoy it.
Absolutely. You know, they're playing hard. I mean, I think you watch them tonight, and they're playing hard, and they're listening to, you can see they're responding to the things that you guys are coaching. How much fun are you having coaching, being able to come over here now and coach McKinley, and after having the opportunity to coach, you know, your son, and so coming over here, taking over the girls program, and you're at your alma mater, and coaching in Alexandria, how much fun are you having?
Well, I mean, you know what it's like coaching your kid. You know, there's obviously some positives and then there's some negatives along the way. But, you know, I've been blessed to be able to coach all 3 of my kids, whether it was elementary moving up, got to coach my son at the, you know, at the highest level, and now McKinley. So, you know, it's a dream come true. I love basketball. I was ready to just sit in the stands and be a parent, even though I knew that'd be grinding at me. So having the opportunity to come into Alexandria, like you said, my alma mater, and, you know, I've been active in the community my entire life. Graduated here, still live here, love giving back to the community. We're doing a bunch of stuff, you know, helping in our elementary program, kind of a big sister kind of type mentality. So it's been great, but, you know, shout out to Osakis for allowing me to do it. You know, they easily could have said no, that it could have made it difficult, but I have great administration who understand how much I love the game, I love to coach, and I'm just really grateful that they let me do it.
That's awesome. You know, and last one for me, you got 5 weeks, 5-6 weeks left in the regular season. What are some things you think that your team still needs to work on, you want to get to yet before you get to playoff time?
Well, I think just on the defensive end, communication. And we mentioned a lot, a quiet gym is a losing gym. And we have girls that are talking screens, help side, and then, you know, we got to make sure that that's contagious with all 5 girls on the floor. So keep building on that. You know, we're mixing in some zone. We didn't really do it tonight, but we want to be able to have a lot of stuff in our arsenal to be able to mix it up when teams are making shots or whatever. And, you know, we've done that this week offensively, just being consistent, limiting turnovers, right? Finding the great shot and just keep building from there.
Nice job, kiddo. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Russ. Appreciate it.
Matt, I don't mean to turn this into a walk down memory lane here, but 25 years ago, as I was making my transition out of Alexandria for the first time, getting ready to head to northwestern Minnesota, in the, I believe it was February of 2000, my last game on what was then Lakes 99-3 was a boys basketball game where your Alexandria Cardinals were hosting Moorhead. I thought it was pretty cool before the game. John Holston was the head coach. I think Tom Vickerman was the assistant, but I was in the locker room visiting with Coach Holston, and I was so so touched over the fact that you and your basketball teammates signed a T-shirt that you gave to me as a parting gift, kind of like thanks for, all that you've done with us. We didn't know 26 years later that we'd have the opportunity to reunite in Alexandria, but you played baseball, you played basketball, you were a football player as well as an Alexandria Cardinals student athlete. How did those early mentors, your coaches and other people in the Alexandria Cardinal programs shape and mold you into the coach that you are today?
Well, first, I remember that game you're talking about. It was us in the girls program buying you that shirt, and we didn't have a lot of money, so I know it was pretty generic. I think it was just a plain white T-shirt with black lettering. And I think we actually lost that game, too.
Yeah, so, I think earlier in the day, the girls beat St. Cloud Tech, and then Moorhead got Alexandria, but it was an exciting game.
Yeah, I actually still have that picture, so I'm going to have to find it for you. But as far as people who made an impact for me, I was blessed to have great coaches growing up in every single program that I had. My dad was our elementary coach growing up, so I had him. He was on that staff as well as the B team coach. John Holston was a huge mentor for me. A lot of the stuff that I do today as a coach is an impact of Holston, my dad, and Ryan Dush and Melrose. So again, great, and Tom Vickerman. Just a generally great individual. Same with football. Coach Kelpine, baseball, we had, Coach Johnson. My dad coached me there. Being around Coach Russ, I still call him Coach. It's tough for me to call people Russ, whatever. But, everybody that I came in contact in Alexandria molded me in some way, shape, or form. And as I mentioned, that's kind of what I want to do here is make an impact on every athlete that I have, whether it's in the classroom, in the community, on the court. So again, I've been fortunate enough to be surrounded by very good people, and I just hope to pay it forward.
I know that I have had the opportunity to interact with you in the course of my broadcasting career, and I think I shared with you during an email earlier this winter. You are so upbeat in promoting your girls basketball team, and if I had any athletic ability and I was about 45 years younger, I would love to play for you if you were my coach. But Matt, it's great to have you back in Alexandria, and great to reunite with you as broadcaster and coach and everything. I really loved covering you as a student athlete a couple of years back and everything, but continued success, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it.
Very good. There is Matt Helscher, the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal boys basketball team. Our post-game interview guest, our conversation brought to you by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls. We're going to take a break. Alexandria gets the win by 29 over Bemidji. More of our Juettner Motors post-game report after this timeout.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel. Go Cardinals!
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
For our Juettner Motors post-game report, do want to let you know that you're dialed into People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio through the Voice of Alexandria app, live video, including the KXRA audio through the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. And you can access that YouTube channel when you go to our website, voiceofalexandria.com. Alexandria prevails over Bemidji in girls basketball, 67-38. Let's go inside the numbers of this one. Point totals, Alexandria had 8 different players score, and as Matt Helsher mentioned during the last segment, half of those were in double figures. McKinley Helsher, the junior guard, led the way with 16. Riley Byer, the freshman guard, with 13 points. Kate Hennessy, senior forward, with 12. And Lauren Byer, the senior guard, came off the bench to score 11. 6 points for Abby Evink on a couple of three-pointers. Scotty Brown scored 5 in the opening half, including a three-point basket. And then 2 points for Hope Stark, 2 late in the game for Dayton Running. Kendra Wolf, Greta Kelly, Izzy Stark, Ellie Homelvig, and Nora Ernest played but did not score. Alexandria's breakdown of 67 had Helsher with 16, Riley Byer with 13, Hennessy with 12, Lauren Byer with 11, 6 for Evink, 5 for Brown, 2 apiece for Running and Stark for the team total of 67. Bemidji had 2 players in double figures scoring, led by their junior post player, Carly Lazella. Again, her team lost tonight, but fantastic effort by Lazella. A monster double-double for Bemidji. She would end up with 11 points tonight. She would score 1 of 2 Bemidji baskets in the second half. That was a 3-point shot. Clara Sherwood finished with 10 points. Then the scoring dropped off with Maya Thompson scoring 7 off the bench. Olivia Thompson with 2 points, 3 points apiece for Anicia Pink and Abby Damon, and then 2 as well for Olivia Bird. Abby Bakavoy, along with Stella Wild and Casey Christensen, played late but did not score. 7 different Bemidji players got into the scoring column. Lazella with 11, Sherwood with 10, 7 for Maya Thompson, 3 apiece for Pink and Damon, 2 apiece for Burt, and Olivia Thompson for the team total of 38. Bemidji had the edge on the glass, 42 rebounds compared to 37 for Alexandria. And there, Carly Lazella led her team again. She would end up with 17 rebounds. Again, a strong 6'2" inside presence for Lazella. Again, assuming she and her family do not leave the Bemidji community, she'll be a member of the Central Lakes Conference next year. And if she plays like that against the CLC schools, she definitely would be an all-conference type player for Bemidji in her senior year. Leading rebounder for Alexandria was actually spread out. Scotty Brown with 6 boards, including a couple on the offensive glass. And Riley Byer with 6 boards, including 3 on the offensive glass for Alexandria. Fouls in the game. The Lady Cards committed 17. Bemidji committed 6. Not a lot of free throw shot. Bemidji went 7 out of 12. Alexandria 2 out of 3. 3-point shooting in the game. Alexandria 14 of 32. Bemidji connected on 5 of 14. Turnovers on the night, 18 for Bemidji, 6 for Alexandria. Trends in the game, we had 2 ties both early on at 6 and 16, 1 lead change. So after Bemidji scored the first 5 points of the game, Alexandria eventually caught up, and once the Cardinals took the lead, they led the rest of the night. It was 40-29 for Alexandria at the break, And then the Lady Cards outscored Bemidji 27-9 in the second half to win 67-38. And Russ Henricks, I thought Coach Helscher had an astute observation as to why Alexandria had some success against Bemidji's Alicia Pink. Pink had 2 jerseys, and her point total tonight was just one higher than her jersey selection for the game.
Absolutely, and to hear, I did not know that, to hear that she had 29 the other night against Brainerd, it makes our defensive performance even more amazing. You consider that they only had 38 as a team. And so I think, one thing was, good offense leads to good defense leads to good offense. When everybody's sharing the basketball, everybody's involved. And, tonight I thought was a total team win. You can just see and you can feel the energy, from Coach Helscher, and you mentioned it. That kind of that aura of positivity that he brings in right now. This group is playing good basketball, and everything they want to accomplish is still in front of them.
Yeah, no doubt. And, they'll have a good day of practice in the Gymnasium tomorrow. And then another Class 4A Section 8 opponent comes in. Again, Elk River, their credentials are very, very good. I'm upbeat, though, because Bemidji and Elk River played down at Elk River, I believe, back in December. The Elks won that game, but it was only a 4-point decision. So, Bemidji and Monticello have both played Elk River, and I think Elk River beat Monticello by 14. Alexandria beat Monticello by 17 back in December. It's going to be a very difficult challenge. We'll find out on Saturday how good Elk River is and see if indeed they're justified in having that number 9 ranking in Class 4A.
Absolutely. When you look at the section, I was just while you were talking there going through stats, looking at some of the common opponents, and you're right. I mean, this is one of those that, you look at it, and Elk River's played Monticello, as you said, and St. Michael's in that mix too. And so right now when you look at where things line up, the Cardinals, Monticello right now is ahead of them. But Alexandria beat them. Elk River is ahead of them. We have a chance to beat them on Saturday. And then St. Michael also, who kind of has a 500 record, but I think is a pretty well-respected team throughout the state. And so, both of those teams are still there, and obviously we'll get another shot at Brainerd. So, I think there's a pretty, clear delineation between the top and the bottom, so to speak. And so everything's in front of them, and Saturday should be a whale of a ball game.
Yep, no doubt about that, and we will have that game between the Cardinals and the Elk River Elks Saturday afternoon. It's a 1:30 varsity start, so our pregame will be on the air at 1 o'clock. Yes, I hate to be the bearer of disappointment, but for a second consecutive Saturday, no swap shop. I think last weekend we preempted it for Alexandria boys hockey. Now we're preempting it for Cardinal girls basketball. Russ, again, hopefully some free time can exist in your summer schedule that we can, have you in as a host of Swap Shop.
Nobody's more disappointed than me that they don't have Swap Shop on Saturday. But you'll have to listen to us, and I don't have any items to sell except good Cardinal spirit and good Cardinal energy, and it should be a whale of a day. And, Saturday, hopefully tomorrow night, more boys basketball action, and so – join us tomorrow night, and then Saturday as well, and then you get done with us, and then you can watch some NFL football, and it should be another good weekend of basketball and activities, and looking forward to it. And as always, go Cards.
Excellent. There is Russ Henricks, my broadcast partner for Alexandria Cardinal basketball coverage. Again, he and I will be teaming up each of the next 2 days. Boys basketball tomorrow night. Alexandria hosting the Sauk Rapids Rice Storm at 7:15. We plan on taking air with the Juettner Motors pregame show around 6:45 tomorrow night. And then Saturday, Alexandria versus Elk River in girls basketball. Game time 1:30. Pregame show on the air at 1, brought to you by Juettner Motors. Again, programming note, Saturday Swap Shop program and the Minnesota Military Radio program with